Hello everyone, welcome to the Fintech Friday series on the Sound of Accra podcast, where we unpack economic topics and affairs across the African continent. I'm your host Adrian Daniels. This special series on Fintech Friday is the 6th of a 12-part series where we explore blockchain technology and cryptocurrency in a lot more detail. Special thanks to our sponsors Binance Africa. Binance is the world's leading blockchain ecosystem and cryptocurrency infrastructure provider with a financial product suite that includes the largest digital asset exchange by volume. Trusted by millions worldwide, the Binance platform is dedicated to increasing the freedom of money for users and features an unmatched portfolio of crypto products and offerings, including trading and finance, education, data and research, social good, investment, and incubation, decentralization and infrastructure solutions, and more. For more information, visit www.binance.com. For more information, disclaimers, risk warnings, and links, please check the podcast description section. In today's episode, we will explore how the role of cryptocurrencies in Africa could spell the end of remittances in Ghana, including exploring ideas such as the potential impact of crypto on traditional remittances, some advantages of cryptocurrencies for remittances, and addressing economic challenges in Ghana. References used for today's episode will all be found in the podcast player description section below. Now let's get straight into it. The role of cryptocurrencies in Africa, in particular in Ghana, could make a huge impact in traditional remittance systems. Now, I think this could spell the beginning of the end of the remittance platforms. Nevertheless, I also feel that this could take quite a bit of time for this to go mainstream, as a huge proportion of the Ghanaian population are accustomed to mobile money technology, especially as some Ghanaians can't afford smartphones, nor do they know even how to use them. Now, for cryptocurrency to be the norm in a Ghanaian society, this would rely solely on smartphone adoption, in addition to cryptocurrency education being dominant in the country. Now, brands and organizations such as Binance are playing their part here, with resources such as the Binance Academy being available not only to Ghanaians alike, but also the rest of the world. Until cryptocurrency education and smartphone ownership drastically increases, cryptocurrency spelling the end of remittances in Ghana can only be seen as an event that could take place far into the future. A future with cryptocurrency replacing remittances would certainly be a promising one. Let's look at what factors would accelerate or influence this in happening. Number 1, the need for lower costs, faster transaction speeds, and increased accessibility. Now, the e-levy tax imposed on Ghanaian citizens for mobile money transactions is an extra cost that has to be endured, unfortunately. Now, Ghanaians are always on the lookout for ways to eliminate or to minimize this cost enforced by the government so they can have more money in their pockets. Now, these fees are almost zeroed out with cryptocurrency. In addition to that, mobile money transactions used amongst Ghanaians are fairly quick for transferring funds from one business or person to another, whilst transferring funds within Africa or even beyond Africa is still a relatively slow process and still exists as a challenge. However, using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or even Binance's BNB coin, this process could take a matter of seconds. On top of that, cryptocurrencies can provide financial services to the unbanked population, which is significant in Ghana. Now, in terms of addressing economic challenges, Ghana is currently facing economic challenges that make cryptocurrency an attractive alternative to traditional financial systems set up, including the Ghanaian cedi, credit cards, debit cards, mobile money, you name it. However, the Ghanaian cedi has experienced a rapid depreciation, and it's fallen by almost 40% against the US dollar over the last 12 months. Whilst inflation taking place at almost the same rate is happening. Now, these two things happening at the same time and almost at the same rate has been such a devastating effect for Ghanaians and businesses trading in Ghana. As discussed with Yandi Nomveti, Operations Manager from Binance Africa, in episode 5 of the Fintech Friday Special Edition series with Binance Africa, we discuss the potential role of crypto in Ghana's road to economic recovery, employing cryptocurrency as a great way to hedge against inflation and protect against the devaluation of the Ghanaian cedi. So for any listeners who haven't listened to that episode, I'll highly encourage you to go ahead and listen to that episode. And last but not least, let's take a look at cryptocurrency-based remittances. Now, cryptocurrency-based remittances weighed against traditional remittances can't even be compared, is not even a comparison. Crypto remittances would mean significantly lower transaction costs, in some cases zero, instant transfer speeds, and also the ability to provide digital wallets to the unbanked or on your smartphone or digital devices, which is fantastic. Now, cryptocurrency face challenges such as uncertainties with regulation frameworks, potential security risks, whilst their advantages in cost, speed, and accessibility makes them a fantastic competitor to the traditional remittance systems as we know in Ghana, such as mobile money, and of course, platforms, that you use to transfer money abroad. This laundry list of factors are just some of the reasons why cryptocurrency hasn't quite gone mainstream in Ghana and even other African countries just yet, that there's still a lot of work to do before we can get there. As adoption and education increases alongside regulatory frameworks evolving, cryptocurrencies could potentially replace a significant portion of traditional remittance flows, spelling a decline for conventional remittance services in Ghana. Thank you again for listening to today's episode. Once again, for more information on Binance and the disclaimers, risk warnings and links, please check the podcast description section below. You'll also find references from today's episode. See you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.